Alright, so I'm going to show you guys what it takes to take care of a nano, or at least what I do. You can do whatever you want with your tank. There's the salt, all the good shit right here, son. And all the super sexy ladies watching. See how there's a little bit, I have a little bit of salt in here still. So we're going to save this bag. When I get back, I'm going to add it right in there. Or I could just toss it out. But I like to have everything nice and I like to put in everything. Bam. Good enough. Throw that shit away. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Good enough. Anyways, let's go get some water. Oh yeah, I forgot to put the lid. Now let's go get some water. Wait, guys, that's a lie. I'm all lying to you. Let's add the alkalinity solution. So I got it right here. Now this is the alkalinity solution that I make also. And you have to add 50 milliliters in here. Alright, so make sure you got your little measuring cup. Well, actually, first let me clean it up. Alright, now I'm ready. So I have to add 50 milliliters in here. Let's go do this. Which one's the mLs? Oh, right there. Alright. Oh shit, that's too much. Alright, so I got 50 mils. Add that right in there. Now let's go get the water. Alright, so this is where I get the water. It's $2.50. And then, I don't know if that's the brand, but I think it all depends when they get their filters changed and all that. But let's go back to the saltwater tank. Alright everybody, so we're back. So I put the air stone in there, or the air line, and we're just oxygenating the water just so the salt can melt or dissolve in there quicker. Not melt, but dissolve. And once we leave it in there for a few minutes, we're going to do a water change, alright? I just wanted to capture with you guys the green slimer right here. Look at this guy. He's really trying to survive. So what do you guys think? This guy's recovering. I do see signs that he wants a little bit of a water change pretty soon. Or he's in need of one for sure. So I'm going to get some salt water today. And just give it a little bit of a water change. I could tell because the polyps are not fully extended. I mean, they're out, but the key is to notice small little details before you notice a lot of the negative stuff. So I just know for a fact that he wants a little bit of a water change. And then for this digi, I know for a fact that it's growing. I compared it, or if you look at the archives, or if you look at my previous videos, it's starting to actually form like these little fingers. You see that? That's really cool. So I know for a fact that everything's growing, or at least doing well in the system. So I'm pretty happy about that, honestly, guys. And then once it matures, you guys are going to see that the salt and everything really works. And I'm telling you guys, if you guys want to replicate and you guys want to do something similar with your system or another little small system in a separate system than from your system, if that makes sense. But if you want to experiment on it on your own little separate system like mine or something like that, definitely hit me up. Like I said, try one of these little Pico nano tanks and see what happens, and then compare it. See how reefing the traditional way versus this method right here, and you should compare and contrast it. And then tell me which method's easier and all that. Let us know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I stick with the same type of light or grab a different brand? What do you guys think? But honestly, we're gonna have to stick with this light for a while because I don't got anything else. But I don't know. And then look at this light melted slightly the lid on there. You can't really tell because I got salt creep on there, but once I clean it up, watch. So that's another indication that I should shorten my light cycle. But anyways, that was just a quick video, guys. Remember to use a little spectroscope to look at the colors of the light of your tank and all that. Alright, much love, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bam. Look, guys, I'm proud to announce that I really do think my green digi, at least this little frag's definitely growing. My other one, I'm not too sure if it's growing, but this one, just because I compared it with old video shots. Well, if you guys look at my other video, it's like a minute long. You see that this guy definitely grew that green digi. And right now I'm just recording to document the other bubblegum digi. Let's see how this guy's progressing. I do think this guy's growing also, but like I said, I'm not too sure. Oh yeah, he's definitely growing also. I'm just not sure which nubs are new, or I don't know, because I look at it constantly, so it's kind of hard to tell. Oh yeah, another thing that I wanted to show you guys while we're here. I'm pretty happy that Sammy's right there cleaning the Monty right there. So man, shout outs to Sammy. I didn't even put him there, he just climbed up there. So really hoping he cleans it up real nice and everything, so we could finally get some good growth up there. So Sammy's in there putting some work right there with that algae. Definitely a good sign right there, or good progress right there, because the algae looks pretty thick. And then over here, I definitely need to put something for this guy. Algae's starting to take over there, so I might scrub him physically with the toothbrush or something. But we're pretty happy right now, guys. The tank's progressing pretty well. And then the little Rastas and the little Chapohorizoas, pretty good. And I said these guys were struggling pretty bad, the little Rastas right here. And now they're actually pretty solid in my opinion. Bam, so you got both of them, the little Chapohoras, and then you got the Rastas down here. The what's called the Garth Bonsai looks like he's starting to recover. Just got to give it some time, and hopefully the heat doesn't get to him too bad. Alright, so in case you're wondering what's the temperature of my aquarium, there it is. Celsius on the left, Fahrenheit to the right, and that's what the corals and everything's got to get used to, you know what I mean? Look, Sammy's climbing the glass right there, look at that. Bam, I didn't even clean the corals up here in the back. Bam. Alright, so let me know what's you guys' favorite corals in here and which one you think is growing the most. But right now, I want to say probably the green digi, this little frag's growing. This one, I know it's recovered, but I don't know if it's really grown. I mean, I know it's grown a little bit, but not like noticeably different like the green one. Like it's a daughter frag right there. But yeah, I mean, I'm so far, like I said, I'm pretty happy with the tank. Let me know what's you guys' favorite frag in here. Man, I really love that snail right there. I might grab another snail from the pet store. The exact same one, the exact same tank and everything. Hopefully they have it. But like I said, one of the key secrets is to have your coral frags nice and clean. You know what I mean? You don't have algae on them. And so far, well, that one's getting cleaned up over there, but those two right there, I need to start cleaning them up more often, for sure. Bam. But anyways, let's go back right here. And you know, I know it doesn't look like much, but just wait until the corals grow out and they start looking a little bit more like trees. It's gonna look a lot more nice and everything. And when those guys fill out a little bit more in the back, it's gonna look pretty cool. So just give it some time, and I don't know, hopefully, like I said, hopefully these two make it and they recover and all that. Like I said, if this green Slimer recovers, turns green and everything, that's a miracle right there. But anyways, much love to everybody, and I'll see you guys in the next video, alright? Oh yeah, last thing, remember I told you guys that I'm going to save this? Just want to get as much of it dissolved in there. Bam. Alright, what's up? So right now we got the salt water bubbling and making and cooking. And right now all the film or all the footage prior to this moment was prior to the water change. And right now we're going to record the corals. Most in particular, this guy right here. The only reason we're doing the water change is for this guy. We're going to see if his polyps come out. You get the luxury of putting or just skipping back and forth between scenes or moments of the film to see if this guy actually benefited from the water change or not, or if he or if I'm full of shit. But anyways, everything's out, and that's why I want to record everything so you guys could see if something negative happens. You guys are gonna capture it or see it on camera. Alright, but everybody's out. Everybody looks pretty happy, and we just gotta let it do our thing. Alright, so that was pretty much it. And like I said, we just gotta let them do their thing. But right now, water temperature is pretty hot, so a little decrease in water temperature is kind of needed right now. And normally at this time I have the light off, or it is around the time when the light turns off, and then the tank starts cooling down, while outside it's pretty hot and it's heating up. But with this little water change, we could prolong when the light goes off. But anyways, let's get to it. Alright, so normally in every water change, guys, you want to let this cook for, or let it mix for a good 24 hours, but we're just gonna mix it right away, or use it right away. Bam. Alright, so now what I want to do, oh shit, is I remove the lid a little bit, moved it back. Add some more water in there. Remember, this is a new saltwater I just got out, so if you're wondering why I'm doing that, that's because I want these corals to get adjusted to the new water, and I want it to be less of a shock, so when I throw in the new water, it's not too much of a shock difference. See what I mean? So then this water change, I'm actually going to shut off all the water pumps and then siphon out the back chambers because it's really nasty, possibly in the back. And then, yeah, on this tank I might take that pump off also, and then we're going to get started. Alright, so I'm going to stop the power head or the water thing shit. Alright, so I got 10 minutes to do this. So I'm going to take out the water and then pour it back in. And then the main water pump, I think it's still on, so I might just leave it on. That way it can circulate the water at the same time. Alright, so as you see, the pump's still running. That's what's cool about this little tank. It's not really fully sealed or anything. This little box is actually removable, and then the water still flows. This tank, I'm actually debating if I should clean out that pump because it's kind of running low. Anyways, let's throw in some of this water in there just so it could I'm actually going to throw it in the center where that center rock's at. Bam. Alright, time to fill it up. Alright, so now I am finally going to see if it's going to take in air, because if the water level is too low, it's going to take in air, and I don't want to produce a lot of bubbles, so that's the last it. So I'm just going to pick it up just a few millimeters. Bam. And that should be good. I think that's where I like it. And I know it's a pretty good water change, because look at the snail. Look at Sammy. He was outside of the water, and now he's chilling and kicking. And then look at the water drop. It went down by like 2 degrees or so, maybe 4 max. And I'd consider that pretty successful. Now, up next, let's go take a look at the corals right after. Alright, let me just get cleaned up a little bit. Alright, so wait, before we get close to the coral, let me show you what I did take it out. Look at all that nasty shit that was in the back chamber. And this is a little Pico tank. And it definitely smells fishy, like the ocean. It has like an oceany, fishy smell. So I know that we did a good water change. We took out a lot of nasty shit out. And like I said, I only change water when the tank needs it. And for sure, it needed it. And look at that. So if your sump or your back chambers are nasty as fuck like that, definitely do water changes. And then if your sand is nasty as fuck, gravel vac that shit. Alright? Just my recommendation. But you do whatever you want with your tank. Alright everybody, so you know how there's no fake stuff here? So this is what I was talking about. Remember I told you that the light was burning a hole? Look at that. You see that? Definitely lower your light intensity when you have a little fish tank like this, and don't have your light on for too long, because it's definitely, I know I'm running way too much, the light's way too intense, but the coral's kind of adapted to it now, so we're just gonna stick with it. But that's just something to keep in consideration. Alright everybody, so now we're gonna go take a look at the corals up and close. So if there's a negative reaction, you guys are gonna definitely know about it. You know there's no fakery here. Alright, bam, look at this guy. What do you guys think? Good water change or no? You guys tell me. And if you guys do a water change and your corals react negatively, don't kid yourself. Stop fooling yourself. You definitely fuck some shit up. You know what I mean? Moment of truth. Alright, so here's this guy. So you guys can compare and contrast how he was earlier to compare how he was right now. And I know I just barely did the water change, and I don't know. So you guys might make your judgment a little bit too early, or if you want to refrain from your judgment and just let it, you want to hold off a little bit. But definitely look at that. I can already tell it's definitely a better improvement. The color and the polyp extension visually to me looks a lot better. Alright, now green slimer. That guy, damn. That guy went at a whole different level. Look at this guy. Whoa. Look at that guy. This green slimer is looking solid. Look at that one. And like I said, guys, and my super sexy ladies watching, if you do a water change and you notice a negative reaction, you definitely did something wrong. I mean, look at my polyps. They look even more solid before the water change. Look at that. You see what I mean? Even this guy, you can see the little red polyps right there. And like I said, guys, if you guys want to use the same salt, you guys want to try the same experiment, and if you guys need help with this light, let me know. I could definitely dial it down. I'm not sure if this got burnt before I dialed it down or after, or right now actually. I don't know. So we just gotta keep that in consideration, okay? Look at that. You could fuck, imagine that shit. So imagine the corals. These corals, I know for a fact, are under a high intensity light, and I could probably dial it down way too much or a lot. I could dial it down a lot and it would still be good. But anyways, this is the end of this video, guys. So we actually did quite a lot, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Alright, so anyways, much love, and I'll see you guys next time.